Welcome back to a special episode of At the Hill on the Rocket Productions Network. I'm your host, Serenity Condell. Today we're going to visit with Natalie Greenlee with Auto Body Connection. If you have missed any episodes of At the Hill, go find the Rocket Production Network on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, or any place you listen to podcasts. All of our episodes are also on the Rocket Productions YouTube channel. If you are not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now. Be sure to check out Rocket Productions on Instagram and Facebook. Let's get into it. So, how are you today? That's what I'm going to start off by saying.
Great. I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking.
So, we're here because we're talking about your business, and I've been told that you have a few around the surrounding areas?
Yes, yeah. So we actually own Auto Body Connection and we own the Health Connection.
Okay, so with that being said, so how many do you have in all?
So Auto Body Connection is just one main location here in Rose Hill. It's been in Rose Hill since 1989.
Oh, wow.
And then the Health Connection has 3 locations, one in Rose Hill. We've been in Rose Hill since 2018, and then 2 in Wichita.
So are you planning to put more auto body shops around?
No. They'll just be the one. Yeah. It's a much bigger operation.
And so you're a business owner, the whole entrepreneur thing. Did you ever see yourself doing this as a career? Did you ever see yourself doing anything else?
Yeah, when I was younger, I actually wanted to be a teacher, and then my sister became a teacher, and then I didn't want to be a teacher anymore. So then I knew I kind of wanted to be in business. My parents have always owned their own business, and my mom actually owns a tax and accounting business as well. And so when I went to college, I picked my major my very first semester, which was business management and entrepreneurship. I always just knew I kind of wanted to be the boss. I've always kind of been a leader, so I just always kind of knew. I didn't know where I would end up in business, but I always knew I kind of wanted to, go down that road. So,
yeah, for sure. So, just a question: what's the craziest thing you've seen in your years of experience?
Oh man.
Probably the craziest thing I've ever been through was just COVID. So going through that
absolutely.
and the shutdowns,
especially
and
as a business owner.
Yeah, and navigating all the regulations and making sure you're doing things the way they're supposed to be done. And I guess that's probably the craziest thing I've been through. We had only owned our retail business was only open about 2 years before COVID hit. So we were still a fairly new business. Mm-hmm. We're still a fairly new business. We've only been open about 5 years. So that was probably the craziest thing I've ever been through.
Okay.
So going along with that, what would you say is the hardest thing about being a business owner and having to handle all of that?
The hardest part about owning your own business is just time management, and because I own my business with my family, just separating family and business and making time for those things separately, and not letting it really consume your whole life.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So you just mentioned you own this with your family. So do you plan on handing it down to your kids, you think?
Sure, if they want to. So the Auto Body Connection was actually started by my dad. Like I said, in 1989, I was 3 years old. And I never really knew how I would fit into an auto repair business, and I spent a lot of time there growing up. But then when me and my husband got married and we moved back here from Topeka, he took interest and had interest in doing that. And I had a different career. I wasn't involved with it at all. And so I was glad to be able to take that over from my family and keep it in my family. And I hope one day that my kids maybe want to see it through and keep it going, but we'll see. It's not in my plans right now. They don't have any interest in taking it over as of right now, but they're only in 7th grade and 4th grade, so we'll see.
They have a little bit of time.
Yes.
Still got a while to decide that.
Yes. Because I was probably 25 before I really thought I would take over the Auto Body Connection. And I've worked there about 5 years. And me and my husband just took it over at the beginning of this year when my dad retired.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So
So, What would be any advice or like words of encouragement for anyone that would like want to go into being a business owner or entrepreneurship
Yeah.
or anything like that?
I would just say, don't be afraid. You've got to always take the first step, no matter what. And as long as you put your heart and drive and time into it, you're probably always going to succeed.
Well, thank you for coming out
Yeah.
here. We've enjoyed talking to you and hearing what you have to say about your business. Very proud. Thank you for watching and listening to At the Hill on the Rocket Productions Network. Remember to subscribe to the Rocket Productions Network on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, or any place you listen to podcasts. If you are not already a subscriber to Rocket Productions on YouTube, please subscribe. I'm Serenity Condell. See you next time.